we want to know how is Kenya's delegation in this IPU meetings opinion, and what voice do you want to wish to voice out here in the IPU?
Thank you so much. My name is Sophia Abdi Noor, Member of Parliament from Kenya, and currently I'm the President of the Standing Committee of UN Affairs, IPU UN Affairs Committee in the conference. And we came as a delegation, and we are with the Speaker of our Senate and 5 members of Parliament. And we came here to give voice of issues, cross-cutting issues of United Nations development programs, issues of inhuman and injustices, issues of violence and counter-terrorism, issues of advancement of women and youth. We are also touching issues of environment and issues of climate change, which is very sensitive and very dangerous now. Those are the key issues that as a country we want to stand firm to discuss and to give input, heavy inputs, and to see to it that voices of Kenya and Africa as a whole is heard in this conference. And it is very clear and loud, so that we have clear recommendations which will be followed by all stakeholders.
So, what do you think Kenya needs to voice? I mean, what is exactly the experiment that Kenya wants to share in this moment and wish to be approved by the meetings?
We have a lot of experience to share, and we have got some of our programs which are key and which have really made an impact in our country. Those are things that we want to showcase as a country, and we have different members of Parliament who are dealing with those showcasing of best practices in our country. But for me, I'm standing in on issues of United Nations engagement with parliamentarians globally.
So, what do you think about the United Nations relation with the Parliament globally?
There are key issues that it differs from one country to the other. There are many countries that are engaging properly the UN and parliamentarians. If we take your country, for example, Indonesia, the parliamentarians and the UN organizations that are here are working very closely together, and they're doing a lot of programs together. And the program that are key and supported by United Nations, parliamentarians are heavily involved to know what is happening, how it is going on, what are the budgetary issues, what are the, so there is a key accountability between the United Nations, the government, and the parliament, the executive and parliament. So that shows an open system that easily one can audit what is in place. But when it comes to other countries, that is not the same. That's why we are coming to Indonesia, so that we can physically and practically look at those best practices between the Parliament and the United Nations, so that we will be able now to see how they interlink and they work together as a team.
Are you saying that it is what's happening in Kenya?
It happens in Kenya, but remotely. Yes. So the lessons that we will pick from Indonesia is what will go back, not only in Kenya, but all over the world, because every country is represented here. So ours is now to see what are the best practices, what are the challenges, what are opportunities that are in place, and how best can we use those opportunities so that we can advance the relationships between the United Nations and parliaments.
Okay. About the IPU meeting, I have my final question. What is your biggest wish for these meetings? Because our president late at the night said that we need a proper implementation, not only talks but also implementation, really real action. What do you wish for these meetings this year?
And I want really to wish what I wish as an individual and as a country is that whatsoever is recommended, those recommendations must be implemented to the letter. Because if we invest, we come all the way from all over the world, we meet here, and our recommendations are not implemented, then we have had wasted a lot of resources. And as a person, I don't like and I don't believe in wasting resources. I believe in action. And the action that I'm requesting is whatsoever that we deliberate on, whatsoever we recommend as a team, those things must be recommended by all organs that are responsible of implementations and of programs, project, and the laws that are recommended here.
Okay, Your Honor, Sophia Abdi Noor, speaking about collaboration and cooperation between Kenya and Indonesia, anything you want to say about it?
I'm happy that first my government has opened recently an embassy here, and when I came, this is my first time coming here, and I am so happy that this country is well advanced, and my country coming on board to develop, to create a relationship with your government will be something that I'm looking forward, and we'll have good relationship, and we will work together, and we will learn from each other. There is a lot to be shared between the two countries. There is a lot of lesson learned both from my country and your country. My country has had a lot of best practices, and I think we have a lot to share with you, as well as learning a lot from your side.
Yeah.
So I'm very happy that we have started the relationship of having inter-people's relationship where people connect, understand, and share a lot.
And do you know that the plan was voiced at the late 2020, but it need to be delayed until 2022. One of them is because the COVID-19 pandemic. What do you wish for this pandemic to be end? Do you have any wish? And how is your country deal with this pandemic?
And my country, like any other country in the world, have faced very heavy challenge during the pandemic, and we had a lot of challenges, a lot of deaths, a lot of problems. But lucky enough now, it is slowly people are adapting it, and we have various mechanism of dealing with COVID-19, and like in your country and any other country in the world, we had faced a lot of challenges. And now this is the first global conference that parliamentarians are doing all over the world because of COVID-19 for the last 2 years. And that challenge is what delayed us opening our office here in Indonesia. But now, I think going forward, we'll be able to have a smooth way of building that relationship between the two countries.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your time, and good luck for your meetings.
Thank you so much.